Here we are getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Ricardo Mayorga, 175 centimeters tall with a reach of 175 centimeters. And he'll be taking on the legend himself, Terrence Bud Crawford.
There's an amazing reach advantage, which you do not actually realize is there until you get popped by that jab. The distance that's created is ridiculous.
Ricardo Mayorga, willing to fight anyone and everyone, faced some of the best boxers in the division. Who could forget when he beat Vernon Forrest in one of the biggest upsets of the year to win a world title? Terrence Bud Crawford, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. He also can crack at welterweight, one of the best to ever do it.
Just take note, Todd. Check out the reach. Check it out.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, from Managua, Nicaragua, introducing the colorful 2-weight division champion of the world, Matador Ricardo Mayorga. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Omaha, Nebraska, here is the acclaimed 3-division world champion and 2-division undisputed champion of the world, Terrence Bud Crawford.
So they stare into each other's eyes one final time, touch gloves, and get prepared for battle.
Todd, it's a pleasure and an honor to be here at this venue. It's going to be...
What a great venue, and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one.
Let's go.
These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They exchange punches. They both want a knockout, you can tell. A perfect counter shot. And land that right hook. And this with that jab. So much pre-match drama before this showdown. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in? These two boxers are finally ready to get it on.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into a arena with such noise, people chanting your name. You can't even hear your corner man whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That jab doesn't find a home. A perfect counter lands. A swing and a miss with the left hook. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Mayorga in that last round. Well, this is the time that And there's the bell for round 2. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. We've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Couldn't land that jab. an eye on this slugger. As you know, he's willing to take 3 to give 1. That's his game plan, and it's worked out pretty well for him so far.
With sluggers, you cannot let them get into a rhythm because this is how they train. This is how they prepare for a fight. This is what they'll do all night. Do not dance their dance. You've got to use speed.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Looks like he's going to move around the ring a little bit more. Try some stick and move. Beautiful counter punch. Beautiful counter shot. Punch, counter punch. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Mayorga in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
What are you doing? Come on, switch on. Switch on. Hey, don't give him any free shots.
That boy getting the work.
Just the same. Okay, now you're switching on. You're starting to make mistakes, and you're switching off. I need you to switch back on. Get focused. Get your mind back on the job. Get back out there and win the round.
The bell rings and we start the third. Coming off a very tough round, let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Start respecting each other's punching power. Those counter punches have to hurt. He threw a punch and just got countered. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That hook just can't find the target. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Swing and a miss with that hook. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Crawford's legs are all over the place. Let's talk about Ricardo Mayorga in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Let's reset.
And there's the bell to start round 4. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until the senses have come back.
Good counter punch. The straight right just misses. Catch and shoot. There's a counter shot. They're both trying for a knockout. Well done with that counter shot. He threw the hook, didn't land. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Good counter punching. Nice counter. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fight.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Mayorga in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen.
I love that. That jab is slick. Come on, you're better than that. I need you to focus on what you're doing. Landing your power shots. Good work.
Back into the fray here in round 5. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Nice counter shot. And he scores with the counter. Nice counter shot. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. That hook doesn't score. Nobody home with that hook. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Misses with the straight left. The straight right just misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Mayorga in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another. There's the bell to start round 6. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Look back in the history books, some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Do you believe this? Bud Crawford just got knocked down. That punch to the head looks so good live. Let's see it again in slow motion and really appreciate it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels, look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot, a clean one, and he's out of there.
That counter shot lands. How about that time counter shot? You'd like to see more jabs. Nice counter punch. As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be.
Stay focused now.
Here comes round 7. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Holding nothing back here in the round. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Beautiful counter punch. That counter punch caught him clean. Nice counter shot. That jab won't score. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Beautiful counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Well done with that counter shot. Has to be careful for that. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Mayorga in that last round. How much cardio was put in for this fight? It may come down to that.
It's when you talk about champ.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. That 1 minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
How about that time counter shot? This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them.
Ricardo Mayorga is on the canvas. I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
That's lights out right there.
You saw it here live, a knockout win. Congratulations.
What a build-up, what a journey towards this fight, what a fight itself. The crowd enjoyed it, the fighters enjoyed it, I certainly enjoyed it, and what a way to end the fight. There's no mistake there about
Until next time.